Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome to today's robotics session. Today we are going to learn about a very interesting and useful sensor called the PIR sensor. So this is basically a motion sensor and this sensor is used everywhere around us in washrooms, homes, offices, smart buildings, and today we are going to understand how it is working and how to connect it and how to use it, the microcontroller like Arduino and without that microcontroller as well. So by the end of this session, you will be able to build a motion control system on your own. So PIR stands for passive infrared sensor. The word passive means that the sensor doesn't emit anything, right? It only receives heat signals. Every human body releases the heat in the form of infrared radiation. So when somebody moves in front of the sensor, the PIR detects and says, yes, there is something that is moving, right? So important points are the PIR doesn't see you like a camera. It only feeds heat movement. So there is a question for you as well. If you stand still like statue, will PIR detect you? So you have to think about this. Okay, so PIR sensors all are basically existing around us. So have you ever noticed light turning on automatically in washroom? That is because of the sensor, right? So in home security system, PIR sensors are also there. Smart street lights that are turning on when somebody walks, that is PIR again. Even automatic doors in malls uses the PIR system. So PIR sensors help us to save energy and increase safety. So there are 2 points you can say that main. One is for the safety and one is for our ease. So as I explained you, our body emits infrared heat. Inside the PIR sensor, there are two infrared sensitive areas. When a body moves around the area, the heat pattern changes. The sensor compares the change and triggers the output. If nothing moves, no change in heat. So no detection will be happen. So the simple analogy is that imagine two birds watching temperature. If temperature changes, alarm will get on. If temperature stays same, alarm it will be off. So this is main analogy you can say that. So let's see the pin configuration of PIR motion sensor. This module has only, you can say that 3 pins, which means it is very, you can say that easy to use, or very beginner friendly. One is VCC. Obviously, we are going to give the power to the sensor by using this VCC pin. We can give 5 volt and 12 volt as well. There are two types of PIR sensors. Output will be the output signal, obviously, and ground will be directly to connected to the ground of microcontroller. So it works on the 5 volt as well and 12 volts as well. So 5 volt module is suitable for Arduino, and if we are going to make a system without Arduino, so we will use 12 volt as well. So yes, there are two knobs on the sensor as well that are also very important. So what these knobs are doing on this sensor, they control the sensitivity of that sensor. And one is also for the time delay as well. So there are two knobs. One is for time delay and other is for the sensitivity. Okay, so let me show you a system, a circuit that is working without. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram for the 5 volt of the PIR module number. This is relay that we have studied, and this is bulb, a normal bulb that we usually use in our household items. So let's start simulation. Obviously, this is simulation show, so we can't just go in front of the sensor to check whether it's working or not. So there is yes knob. So by turning this knob, you can see that the bulb is getting on and off according to that, right? So if I stay still over there, there is no motion, so there will be no light. So this is the circuit. You can see over here, this is the PIR sensor. This is for the power that power we are providing to turn on this PIR sensor. This is a relay, and this is a power for, you can say that, this bulb. So we are turning on this bulb. Yes. So we can also use PIR sensor with Arduino, but here we are using without Arduino. Obviously, using Arduino will be, you consider the extra cost that we are putting to just do the same thing that we can without an Arduino. All right, so let's move back towards the presentation. Okay, so if you are using Arduino, you can use that code, but keep in mind that without the relay module, we can't control the direct, you can say that 220-volt bulbs and other stuff. So we can just simulate by using a little LED. But if we are going to put that system in your house, so obviously we need relay for that. Okay, so we will definitely do this activity when we will come back to school. So you can try the simulation that circuit by your own at your home using Tinkercad with the help of this diagram that I have just shown you. Okay, so these were the knobs that I was talking about. So these knobs are for the distance of detection, sensitivity, and other for the time delay that I have explained you earlier. So there are two knobs on that sensor. So you can rotate them to change these values of sensitivity and time delay. So if it is not working, so what can be the cause? So if it is always high, reduce sensitivity. If it doesn't detect anything, wait 30 to 60 seconds. And if it gets false triggers mean that there is nobody and still the LED is getting on and off. So you should avoid the sunlight or heaters around that. So you should keep PIR steady. Vibrations causes error as well. So where it is used in robotics, what are its applications in the robotics? So you can see that motion-based classroom lights, following robots, energy-saving systems, intruders alert systems. So all these things are, uh, you can say that all these are the applications for this PIR sensor in the daily life. So what we can make with that, the projects that we can make using this PIR sensor is motion activated alarm, smart classroom, automatic door indicators, security robots using PIR plus buzzer. So this is a mini quiz for you. So PIR detects heat movements. There are answers along these quiz, so you can easily get help. You can easily just see that. Okay, so let's see the summary. AI detects motion using infrared heat. It has simply three-pin connection, digital output, make it easy to use. Ideal for protein automation. This is one of the most important, you can say that, a beginner-friendly sensor in robotics. So thank you so much. And if you have any query or any question, you can also email me. So I will definitely answer you. Thank you so much.